Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Happy Dynast and I have been diving into the Outer Worlds 2 for the past few days, and I wanted to share my honest first impressions. No deep dive spoilers, no fake hype, just how it actually feels to jump back into Obsidian's sci-fi world. Right off the bat, I will say this. The game looks okay. It's not jaw-dropping, but it's definitely not bad either. From a pure graphics standpoint, it's fine. The problem though isn't the visuals, it's the art direction. Nothing in Outer Worlds 2 really stands out visually. The design direction feels bland. Take the armor and clothing for example. I've played for about 8 hours and I haven't found a single outfit or armor set I actually want to wear. Everything looks kind of generic. Nothing that makes me stop and go, yeah, this looks awesome on my character. The same goes for the world design. So far, I have only been through the first area, but every settlement, whether lived in or abandoned, feels forgettable. Just clusters of dull, brutalist buildings dropped in the middle of the wilderness. There is no city that makes me think, wow, I want to spend time there. You won't find a Whiterun or Novigrad here, nothing iconic, nothing memorable. And what's worse, NPCs feels completely lifeless. Skyrim, which came out back in 2011, had fully responsive interactive towns. Here in 2025, most NPCs just stand in one spot forever. Speaking of NPCs, not a single one feels memorable so far. After 8 hours, I only remember them as the guy stuck on a roof, the mayor dude, or that woman with the weird arm. It's clear that developers try to make characters interesting, but the writing really drags them down. The dialogue is a mix of corporate marketing buzzwords and awkward jokes, and it gets old fast.
Jackson, don't fret. With these boots, I can fly. Jackson! Jackson! Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they going to put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease.
Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall?
Honestly, I don't understand why Obsidian decided to stick with the same tone and writing style from the first game. That whole evil corporations are everywhere satire was already one of the most criticized parts of the original. They moved the setting to a new star system. That was the perfect chance to start fresh. Instead, they doubled down on it. And the humor just doesn't land. It's kind of stuff where the game expects you to laugh because, like, aha, these scientists are trapped in the house on mechanical leg. Aha, this guard can hang all the bodies before her shift ends. It feels like fanfiction level writing at times. Quest design is another weak point. Most of them boil down to the usual go there, kill something, or fetch an item structure, with long stretches of running in between. You can use your stats occasionally, which is a nice touch, like breaking open a door with strength instead of crawling through a vent. I appreciate that, but those moments mostly just shorten your travel time instead of changing the outcome. I am playing a full stealth build, so I haven't tested all the dialogue options yet, so maybe there is way to change outcomes there. But from what I have seen, the RPG mechanics are solid in theory, just held back by bad dialogue and uninspired quest design. Combat is fine. Your melee weapons hit, your guns shoot, it all works. They even added grenades this time, though they don't seem very effective to me. For example, I am fighting the first area boss right now. I threw 5 grenades at him. To it barely scratched 20 HP off with each grenade, which is basically nothing to him. And here's where I started to notice something. It feels like game forces you to do side content before you can progress. I need to fully test this so I can confirm this, but I am doing too little damage to that boss even after several attempts, and it reminds me of Avowed, where Obsidian forced players into side quests thanks to their weapon tier system. Feels like the same thing is happening here, just with the levels. On the technical side, the game runs on Unreal Engine, and I give them credit here. They mostly fixed the usual Unreal Engine stuttering. You still get a bit of hitching after loading in, but it's not terrible. However, there are crashes, the bad ones, the kind that kills hours of your footage and sometimes force a full PC restart. So yeah, smoother performance overall. Smoother performance overall, but still unstable in moments that matter. So, to sum it up, the Outer Worlds 2 fixes some issues from the first game, but it also keeps and maybe even amplifies the bad ones. The art direction doesn't inspire, the writing falls flat, the quests feel repetitive, and humor just doesn't land. Performance is decent, but those crashes really hurt. Honestly, it feels like the game's design is stuck somewhere in early 2000s, maybe even Morrowind levels of simplicity, but without the charm or depth that made those old games special. At $17 or euros, depending where you live, I can't recommend it. Of course, that's just my opinion. I wanted to present how the game feels to me. If you want to see my full review once I finish it, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.